Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much, as always, for showing up and coming on through. Let's go ahead and move on with Meat is Murder. We're going to listen to the Smiths. We're going to listen to the track Barbarism Begins at Home. It's got to start somewhere. I got to admit, I really love the title of this track. Before I look at the lyrics, before we listen to the track, like, I can already infer, like, I guess, maybe someone that was raised a certain way and by their parents, and maybe certain things were instilled in them, and now they're acting out as they grow up or through adolescence. Like, it's just a cool concept already just through the title of the song. So let's go ahead and give it a listen. It's probably something completely different. We'll talk about it after. Here we go, guys. That bass line moves here. Rourke is moving it. Awesome guitar picking too.
Grow up must be taken in hand. Unruly girls who will not settle down, they must be taken in hand. A crack on the head is what you get for not asking. And the crack on the head is what you get for
The yaps. Funky.
Unruly boys who will not grow up must be taken in hand. Unruly girls who will not settle down, they must be taken in hand. A crack on the head is what you get for not asking. And a crack on the head is what you get for asking. A crack on the head is what you get for not asking. And a crack on the head is what you get for asking. A crack on the head is just what you get, why, because of who you are. And a crack on the head is just what you get, why, because of what you are. A crack on the head because of the things you said when you said the things you did. Unruly boys who will not grow must be taken in hand. Unruly girls who will not grow, they must be taken in hand.
I like how he's just moaning through this bass. twisted there. Playing. Now he's playing around. He was. Yeah. B-A-double-S. What do you got to say? Say less. Because it's Rourke song. This is Rourke all the way around. He's taking you. Come on, that feels so good in this context. And with Mar, like, just a wonderful combination, obviously spearheaded by Rourke on the bass, which is just downright funky. Fill the dance floor. That is sensational. That sounds great. And then I like that little moment just before the singing comes in where, I mean, in a way, Andy backs off on the bass just a little bit, like turns the spice down a little bit. And then Mar fills it in with some really nice, I would say not completely ambient, but just very melodic, surrounding kind of guitar playing at that moment. Just kind of sparkles amongst the bass line, and then it pops right back into it. That is really sensational. Morrissey is doing Morrissey in here, and like he sounds ever so mournful, ever so yearnful, but now with this much more energetic direction that the rhythm is taking, it feels really, really good. Excellent track. Now, for as excellent as this track is, I'll admit, we could have shaved a few bars off of the middle section because I wish that maybe like Mar had like played a little bit more of the guitar, kind of give us some more workings in there, because the bass line is solid. Like, even though that repeats, I'm fine with it. The bass can stay there forever as far as I'm concerned, but I would have liked a little bit more playing around that in that particular section, besides Morrissey just kind of moaning and, you know, kind of carrying on throughout that particular moment. But that's a small nitpick. It's a fantastic track. Like, that's really awesome. I would have just liked a little bit more something in there. Like, I was waiting for just something extra in there. But really awesome track. Really great one. Let's get into the lyrics, which I feel like I'm on the cusp of. I was on the right line. Unruly boys who will not grow up must be taken in hand. Unruly girls who will not settle down, they must be taken in hand. A crack on the head is what you get for not asking, and a crack on the head is what you get for asking. So we're getting, you know, children that are growing up in a strict, perhaps abusive home, and like no matter what they do, I mean, he says you get a crack on the head for asking, you get a crack on the head for not asking. So no matter what you do, so yeah, okay, let's definitely go down the abuse road on this particular one, because that seems to be the case. And then when you take that into context with the first verse, unruly boys who will not grow up must be taken in hand. Unruly girls who will not settle down, they must be taken in hand. I feel like I'm taking this as kind of an abusive parent who, no matter what, their child cannot do right. And they say, well, apparently you can't do this, so I need to take you in hand and actually like make you do it or be with you every step of the way. But not in a loving, guiding kind of way, in a controlling, abusive, and restrictive kind of way. And they can't grow up because that abuse won't let them grow up. Actually, looking at the lyrics, they're actually pretty much all repeated the whole way through. On the bridge, a crack on the head is just what you get. Why? Because of who you are. And a crack on the head is just what you get. Why? Because of what you are. Crack on the head because of the things you said. Things you said, things you did. And then it actually just repeats from there. So, yeah, once again, no matter what you do, no matter what you try to do, you're always getting a crack on the head. You're always getting abused. So that is really nice how the lyrics are laid out, how repetitive they are, because they're, in a sense, beating you over the head repeatedly with the message, which also works into the repetition of the music itself. So you can make a case that story and lyrics and music go quite hand in hand on this one. Says that this was given an initial limited release in Germany and Italy in 1985 and was not released as a single in the UK until 1988. It has been a live favorite during the band's lifetime. Says it was co-written by Morrissey and Marr at the band's rehearsal room. When first introduced by the band, the song was titled Fascism. Begins at home. Lyrically, the song was an ardent criticism of corporal punishment and child abuse. Morrissey commented in Melody Maker, "From the time you get hit when you're a child, violence is the only answer. Conversation is pointless." Where, of course, conversation and understanding should be rewarded and celebrated and used beyond anything. Drummer Mike Joyce concurred, "The bass line's a killer. It's interesting to see how Morrissey got his head around it. We'd be playing, and when we'd stop, Andy would often continue with the whole Stanley Clarke bass line there." It's incredible the way he can shift into that. On the whole, however, Marr stated he didn't think the song really represented the band and felt that the track was a little bit corny. I mean, I can understand where he's coming from in that, in a sense, it's not quite representative of the band, but on the other hand, like, it is representative of the band, and it's just kind of giving us another side of the band in this case. I think that's fantastic. But let me know what you guys thought of let me know what you thought of the track, not of the comments, but in the comments below. You can follow me in a bunch of places that are here on the screen. Thank you so much for being here. Come back tomorrow, and I'll see you all then, guys. Bye.